When trying to tell the story of the history of the solar system and how it formed, evidence from outside of Earth is incredibly important. We need to know the sort of building blocks of the planets, and Stardust was a real attempt to get some of those building blocks and bring them back to Earth for study. The Stardust mission was a discovery mission that was sent to the comet Wild 2 to collect materials that were trailing from the comet. We had brought back materials from the moon when the astronauts visited, but other than that, we really haven't brought anything back from the solar system. So this was the first sample return mission of this type. NASA scientists named it Stardust because that's primarily what they expected to find. The assumption was that the comet was made up of pre-solar dust, dust that predated our own sun. The spacecraft was launched in 1999. It took 5 years to get to the comet. When the spacecraft encountered Wild 2, it pulled up behind the comet, opened up the return capsule, and a porous tennis racket-shaped apparatus collected the Stardust material as it came off the comet. After it had collected the material, the capsule detached from the spacecraft to make its voyage back to Earth. When NASA scientists processed the samples that were returned, what they found, in fact, was pretty surprising. It turned out that the Stardust was actually only a very small fraction of what the comets were made up of. The samples suggest that comets seem to also contain a lot of material from the inner solar system. Another exciting discovery was that the material also contained glycine, an amino acid that's one of the building blocks of life on Earth. Because comets seem to be a common element in solar systems, this in turn may mean that life is in fact very common in our galaxy.